Good morning, reception. Welcome to PE with Mr. Pincott. We're following on with our throwing and catching today. So we need to think about what we learned last week, our key points. Remember, when we are catching using our eyes, following the ball whilst it is traveling. My hands are catching the ball in front of my chest, not too low and not too high. My hands are spread with my fingers nice and wide, and they are together or close together. I'm not grabbing at the ball, I'm letting the ball fall into my hands. When we are throwing, we looked at 3 types of throwing last week. We looked at the underarm throw with one hand. We looked at the underarm roll, and we looked at the two-handed underarm throw, all of which have similar key points. Number 1 is all of the throws, our momentum or our swing is going up into the air. Our hand points to the target. We finish with our magical fingers pointing towards the target. We need to make sure that we are using our transfer of weight. So I'm using that weight. I put my foot onto one foot, or if I'm doing my 2 feet, my weight on my heels and forwards. So I'm swinging my body as well. That is how we get momentum. So there are key points for our throwing and catching. This week we've got some new activities, some fun little things that you can try as well. So our number 1 activity, we're going to be looking at the catch. So make sure you've read the Google Slides to see the resource list of what you need to use and how you've got anything similar at home that you can do these drills with. So our first activity is going to be the bounce catch. So you need a moderately sized ball, a ball like a football or a netball or a basketball. Alright, something a bit soft because you're going to be doing it at home. And very simply, we are going to be doing the bounce and catch. So, with 2 hands on the ball, you're going to throw the ball up, let the ball bounce, and catch. What I'm looking for you to do is, when the ball is coming back down, you need to have your hands ready to catch underneath. So, when I throw, my hands are ready, my hands come underneath the ball. Not on the sides, not on the top, underneath. So, bounce and catch. Very simple. That is activity 1. Activity number 2, you need a partner or a sibling or an adult to help you. So what's going to happen is that one person will have the ball, they'll stand behind you. And you have to get yourself ready with your 2 hands together, ready to catch. Your partner is going to throw the ball over the top of your head, and then you need to try and let the ball bounce and then catch the ball. So, it's going to look a little bit something like this. So, you're going to try and react by stepping and catching. Remembering to catch underneath the ball. Don't grab at the ball, let the ball fall into our hands. So, watch again. So, I'm in my ready position. My partner is going to throw the ball up. I step forward and I catch underneath the ball. That is activity number 2. Number 3 is the one-hand juggle. So, if you think, Mr. Pincott, this is simple, I can do this, get yourself a smaller ball or some rolled-up socks. Remember to keep them clean. So, you're going to stand with one hand. You're going to have the other hand ready to catch. You're going to throw up and catch, up and catch, up and catch. If this is too difficult, what you can do is you can throw with one hand, catch with the 2. So throw with one hand, catch with 2. Notice my eyes stay on the ball and my hands are open and they're letting the ball fall into my hands. Try and do those 3 catching activities for 5 minutes each every day, and then you will get better and better and better at catching. You can challenge yourself to see how many times you can catch the object, how many times you can catch it after the bounce, so keep the score, so work on your maths as well. They are our catching activities. Now we're going to go into our throwing. So, our first little game is the teddy bear target. So what's going to happen is you're going to now need to get your standing spot and your target, like the resources showed you, and you're going to place them about 5 meters away, which is 5 big steps. So I'm going to put my standing spot here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, put my target there. Then you need to get your chair. Now I don't have a chair here with me, so I'm going to use this one. This is now my chair, and I'm going to place my chair in the middle. I'm going to pick up my teddy bear, give it a little squeeze, and then I'm going to stand on my standing spot. And I want you to throw your teddy bear over the chair and to try and land on the target. Remember, we're going to swing from behind my body, up and forwards. My hand is going to point to the direction. My weight is transferring. So I've only got one foot on my standing spot, the other is behind it. So watch. So I swing from behind, go over my chair, and try and get it to land on the target. Give it a good try. Make sure you make your targets nice and big. This is a little target, so it's a little bit too difficult for me. So give it your best try. Number 2, you are now going to need another chair. So you need 2 chairs, and you're going to put them in between the same standing and targets. So let me just change my chairs. So you need to have a little gap between your chairs. You then need to put the water bottle on top of the target. And then pick up your ball. You can either use the same ball you used before, or you can get a smaller ball to use. And all you're going to do, again, 1 foot on the standing spot, 1 foot behind, and this time you're going to use your underarm roll. Now, how are we going to keep this ball along the floor? That's right, you need to make sure that you are nice and low to the ground, that your hand and the ball are touching, and you push the ball along, hand pointing to the direction. So let's give it a try. So you're going to put 1 foot on the standing spot, you're going to put 1 behind, my other hand is out of balance. I'm going to try and roll the ball underneath my chairs to knock over my target. They are the 2 first challenges. Try and do them at least 10 times to see how many times you can knock over your target, or how many times you can land the teddy bear on the target. Our final activity today is going to be a little bit harder. So you need to get your 4 t-shirts and you're going to line them up on the floor next to each other. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me move my chairs. Okay. Now we're going to use our underarm 2-handed throw. And I'm going to try and land the balls on each of the t-shirts, like they are stepping stones. So imagine the floor is lava, and your ball has to get it all the way across by touching only the t-shirts and not the lava. So I'm going to bend my knees, my hands are on the ball, and they're going to bounce the ball on the stepping stones. Oh, and it goes into the lava. So I only got 3 stepping stones. Give it a good try. Make sure we're throwing up in the air, we're releasing in front of our body. Now, that is your virtual lesson for this week, focusing on our throwing and catching. You will be sent a link this week to join our live lesson. So, look out for that. I look forward to seeing you next week.